The second piece I found, oh, it was glorious.
Yeah.
G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid in Central Vic. Today we're going to take the Equinox 900 that I've been given a lend of for a test run, and we're going to try and find some gold with it. All the settings and that I'll tell you about later. As you can see, we've got the 6-inch coil on, and you can see how far up it folds, so that'll be pretty good. But we'll get out there, we'll have a go, we'll see if we can find some yellow, and I'll tell you all about it as we're going along. We'll catch you out there. Well, here we are. I'm back out where last week I was with the 6000. Well, I detected one piece and spec'd another while I was talking to Viv on the phone. So I figured this was a good place to come back to with the Equinox 900. Now, I've already put the 6-inch coil on, so the Equinox 900 comes with an 11-inch coil and a 6-inch coil standard. It's like a pack built for me, really, isn't it? So anyway, straight away, we've gone for the 6-inch coil. What we'll do is we will start it up. There we go, she's on the go. That's all ready to go. I'm going to do a noise. Actually, what I'll do first off is I want to put it in gold 1. There we go. So I'll do a noise cancel. Beautiful. There's no need to do a ground balance because of that. Where are we? That little icon there, it's auto ground tracking. So we are laughing. What I do need to do though, our sensitivity is 10. Now on the Equinox 800, for gold settings, you'd run sort of anywhere between 14 and 16. So let's go to 16. You can hear the threshold. So what I might do is just see what 17's like. Because with the 800 you had sensitivity up to 25, with the 900 you've got it up to 28. So potentially what you really should do when you're out hunting the gold is let the soil tell you how sensitive you can go. If it's really, really quiet, you can crank it up a fair bit. If it's a bit more mineralized and a bit more chatty, you're going to have to reduce your sensitivity. So we're at 16. Actually, what we might do, you hear how now it's a bit erratic. Got that break, got that type sound. That's nice. You hear how it's running nicely. So that's more stable. Let's take it back up again. We'll go full up. You don't want to go detecting when it's like that. You might think, oh, we'll get full depth. You won't. You'll just get annoyed. So we found that 17. Nice and stable, nice and good. That's what we're going to run with today. So anyway, that's the start of the setting. We're in gold 1, and yeah, life's good. Beautiful morning. Let's get into it, see if we can't find some colour. I'm just up how can I explain this one? I'm up above a gully where I've been getting gold from with the 6, and I'm right up the top here. I'm in amongst the rocks, and I'm just going to head my way down. I actually haven't really got anything decent with this yet in this setting, and I'm starting to doubt myself. And you know how it is when you're going for gold and you start doubting yourself. You just go, if I could just find a shoddy pellet, it would let me know all was all right. Well, we've got this signal. Just down in there. Now I don't know what it is, but we'll have a little bit of a scratch. As I said, I will be actually happy if it is a shoddy pellet. Well, she's still in there, so that's not a bad thing. Look, having said I'm after a shoddy pellet, if it is actually a piece of gold, I'm not going to be disappointed. But we're getting back down onto bedrocky stuff. But I would half reckon it's going to be a bloody shoddy pellet. Well, we're out. So that's good. It's in there. Okay, what we might do now is I will switch you off. I'll find it and we'll come back and show you what it is. Alrighty, we are back and we have our target. And that is a 22. So that was a nice signal. So that was at, I'd say, 1.5 inches. So that's not too bad. We'll take that and we'll keep going. Well, here's a nice one. I'm half tipping it might be a musket ball with the size of the numbers. Got 20, 21, 18, 19. Be lucky if it's a bloody nugget, but I'm going to say it's probably a musket ball. Mind you, as I've said before, I won't be disappointed if it's gold. But we'll take all that out in usual fashion. Probably should look through the screen while I'm doing that. We are out. Let's go push that little bit back in. No. Okay, what we might do is I'll take the time to set you up in the tripod and we'll have a look at what it is. Alrighty, well, I think we should be able to see all that. So we know it's just down in here. There we go, it's there. Down in the lower section. Good. Hope you can hear all that. Screaming away. Sounds like it's just about out. Oh, felt something heavy then. Rightio, and that is another, where are we? Just another mushed up 22. It's all mangled, which is probably why it was giving the good big signal. Gold nuggets come out looking around that size too. Let's see if we can find one, hey? Now, there is just something I wanted to show you. You see the sandstoney stuff, and we think that red is really mineralised and yellow to white is non-mineralised. Well, screaming off its head, it only comes in at 1. But that's just, it's just the ground. Like there's not gold all through that. So it's something you're just going to have to get used to. And it's appearing that hot rocks are coming in from sort of 24 to 26 as well, I'm finding. But anyway, apart from that, we'll keep going and see how we go with it all. We've got this signal. It's coming in at 345. So I had shown you that how the yellow stuff, but he sends it off at 1. But this is in my patch that I've recently discovered, and we've had a bit more rain than that, I'm just gently taking it out because I don't know whether... Oh! Oh, you bloody ripper. You bloody ripper. Yep. 3, 4. Oh, that's just absolutely bloody glorious. Come and have a look at this. Oh, I'm so bloody wrapped. Right. There we are. That is our first piece of Equinox 900 gold. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, stay there. Ah. This stuff here is... There, look at that. It's very, very water worn. But I am so happy with that. You hear the knocks going off, that's just the foam. That's brilliant. We'll put that one in our little container. And we'll see if there's anything else here. So that's interesting. So if I get my knee right, let's do that. There we go. So actually let's even do that. Let's gloat in it. The 22s, you know, they came up at that 15, 16, 17, 18, anything. Your small gold like this, it's going to be very low. It was low on the Equinox 800. I expected it to be low like this. Once you start getting up in nugget size, you'll get higher numbers. But just regardless, that is bloody glorious. So, you know, there's the old thumb. It's not a bad piece. It's very thin though, but as I said, it's really, really water worn. But just in this little area, just here, just along here, it's my little patch. And I thought I'd got everything with the 6. Obviously I was wrong, and I am actually very glad that I was, because this just proves that you can go out with a magnificent detector. Like I probably would have got that with the 800 had I been hunting for gold with it. But yeah, this is pretty good. It's up a notch in how it feels, its lightness, everything like that. And we can say that it finds gold. Bloody ripper. Well, here's another target I've just found. Listen to this bugger. I'd say that was another bullet. And just up there's where my little patch lead is. So I'm just following it up, but yeah. I'd say that was probably another 22, something of the ilk. She's better going off. I reckon I could just about find that with the pinpointer actually. There we are. Yep. That's why she was screaming. Shoddy end. No, it's an old one too. Anyway, we'll keep going. All interesting little finds. So, you know, if you came across a threepence or a sixpence or something like that, yep, she'd let you know. It does say London, doesn't it? There you go. Anyway, we'll keep going. We're looking for the yellow stuff. I've got another signal down here. Between 4 and 7. It might just be a shoddy pellet. But again, we're still in this surfaced area, so you never know what you'll find. So we'll call that enough for being out. Let's find out. That's interesting. Well, we've got one signal there, definite. Seems to be a lower one there. So let's get that one out for a start. We know it's down in here, so we can just take all that. Give it a bit of shuffle up so the gold sinks to the bottom. Right, she's right at the back, which is nice. Yep. All right, bring your hand. Again, we've got ourselves another shoddy pellet. Bit bigger than the last one, probably why it went up into the 6 and the 7. But anyway, it's all a learning curve, and as I say to people, if you are finding shoddy pellets, you aren't doing anything wrong. I dare say that other signal we had, oof. Yeah, doesn't really want to play. Let's see if we can get it out nonetheless. I hate to walk away from a piece of gold. Certainly was another signal. I reckon it's a round one that looks very much like that. So there we go. 2 shoddy pellets, but we did find them. So they could have been gold, but they weren't. But anyway, we'll keep going. We'll see what else we can find. This is a bit interesting. I dug this one because it was solid. So 23, 25, 24, yeah. Geez, with a 800, that'd be either a sterling threepence or into the sixpency range. You dig that all day long. Good signal. And actually, we look in, and there is our target right there. Oh geez, now I've lost it. There it is. It's not a piece of sheep poo. It's actually a pistol shot. Now, in gold area, that could easily be a nugget too. Or maybe I'm just in good gold area. But if that was a nugget, you would have dug that also because it was a bloody good solid number. I am, because I'm in a surfaced area and playing around in the gully, I am looking for those low numbers, repeatable low numbers. And that's what I suppose the secret is. You just really want something repeatable that you can get from 2 directions that just still keeps bloody yelling out, dig me, dig me. So anyway, there's a pistol shot, 23 to 25 on the Equinox 900. And we found it, and we'll keep going. Now do not get me wrong that I'm saying that this is better than a high-end detector. I am not. But bloody good fun. And can you see that down there? That's barbed wire. you don't need to worry about barbed wire when you're going for targets in the ground with the Nox 900. There it is, over the barbed wire there. Not a peep. Now, it may well be the same, and I will try it out later on, that it's the same in a little bit of a trashy site. Whereas, if I ran the 6 over this, it'd be going off its face. But, so, you can detect where there's a little bit of bloody iron and so forth. That's pretty bloody good. Well, as you might be able to see, there's glass, there's blue china and everything. But in amongst it, and it's all good goldy area, and there's part of a shaft with mullock and that everywhere, and I'm in a gully, and I've got this signal. We've got to find out what that is. I'll set you up and we'll find out together. Alright, I have to set you up a little bit further away because of the lay of the land. But right now, we'll have a little bit of a scrape. Try not to take too much out. Just gentle. Because we want to see if it's still there. Ouch. Okay. That's 10 and peaking. Right, we are in the scoop. What it was is it's a manky old bit of bullet. But imagine that as a piece of gold. That'd be bloody brilliant. But anyway, that's what it was. So we will keep going. Well, sorry if there's any wind. Now I'm at an interesting spot because I'm right beside a whole lot of electromagnetic interference-y stuff that I should have, but we can hear that's just running really, really nicely. I've already found a shoddy pellet within the first minute, but we've got all sorts of that's interesting stuff to play with. You can see that I'm in amongst the conglomerate. There may well be some gold here. I would certainly hope so. There's some more diggings and workings, the areas up there. I'll just wander through and see what I can find, but I just wanted you to hear just how nice and quiet it is. My sensitivity, I haven't bothered changing. Yep, still on 17. I'm happy with that. I got a nice even threshold. We'll keep going and see what we can find. She's just getting a little bit chirpy now, but I had a signal. Got up to 5. Where are we? You see the 4, 5, everything like that. I've just had a light scrape you can see where the ground level was. I've only taken a little bit down, and then if we look right there, that is a very, very, I think we made it look bigger now, beautiful looking little piece of gold. Look at that. Let's pick him up. Again, I just seem to be finding all these little flat pieces, but do you know what? Little flat pieces aren't bad. Anyway, nice little piece. We found it. Very happy. Alrighty, well, here we are at the wrap up for the Equinox 900 here. All that's here in my lap. I will say from the outset, this is not a paid promotional thing. This is purely my thoughts on the detector, and in fact it is a borrowed detector. It is not mine. So we put it into gold settings, and this video is only on the gold settings. We have gold 1, which is for normal, or what they call normal or mild ground with not much mineralization. It's good for small gold. We put it in that first. We then put it in gold 2, which is for deeper, bigger nuggets, deeper down in more mineralized ground. But you can potentially get or cop a bit more mineralization coming back at you, which is also why we went for the 6-inch coil on all the testing instead of the 11-inch coil. The 6-inch coil will get less mineralization coming back at it because naturally enough it's smaller. The 11-inch coil will cop a fair bit more. As everyone knows, I'm more a 6-inch coily type guy, but if you only had the 11-inch coil or just wanted to use the 11-inch coil, nothing wrong with that. It just might be a little bit more noisy and you'll have to adjust your sensitivity to suit. Now, when I was in gold 1, I did find 3 pieces of gold. The second piece I found, oh, it was glorious. I spoke to you about how I found it, and I was doing a bit of a mullock heap, and I happened to swing the coil down, and it went off, and here was this beautiful piece of gold just glistening, shining in the sunlight, and we went down and we picked it up, and oh, the world was great, except for the fact that something went wrong with the camera, and we only got the last bit of it on my knee, which you'll see on the screen somewhere. So that was a little disappointing because that was just brilliant. But we found gold on private permission in gold 1. I found gold on Crown land, public land in gold 1 as well, which was by the railway line where we had a lot of EMI. We did put it into gold 2, and unfortunately I went thither and yon looking for gold, but I didn't find it. In saying that, it does not mean that gold 2 doesn't work, because I got me a truckload of shoddy pellets and 22s, and I saved you all from looking at all that because there was just bloody heaps. So it only proves that I just didn't walk over gold. If I'd walked over it and it was at the right depth, we would have been laughing. Now, as far as depth goes, I didn't do any air testing because some folks say, oh, you can't trust an air test. I didn't rebury anything because then you'll get other folks going, no, you've disturbed the ground so the mineralization isn't there. We just went out and we found gold. Now, we found gold in the gold settings with the Equinox 900. So I think that's a good fair test anyway. Now, I did touch on about sensitivity. When I did my testing for the Equinox 800, the guys at Minelab said you can't run your sensitivity flat stick. It's just going to be too chirpy, you won't hear the noises. Same goes for this, as I showed you when I upped my sensitivity, because the Equinox 900 goes up to a sensitivity of 28. I was around that 17 mark. It was a nice stable threshold that I had. It wasn't chatty, it wasn't noisy. Whether you run the 6-inch coil or the 11-inch coil, you must not force your will on the detector. You really have to listen to the ground and what it's going to allow your sensitivity to be. So if you're in a highly mineralized ground, it may well be that you'll have to really drop your sensitivity down low so that you get that stable threshold, so that if you happen to hear just any vague whispers that you reckon could be a good show, you need that stable threshold to be able to do that. If it's all chatty and bloody warbly everywhere, you're really going to be pushing it uphill with a pointy stick. So you just need to just increase it one at a time, see how you think you're going, whether it's good or bad. And once you get to a point where you believe that your sensitivity is starting to become too chatty or warbly, drop it back 1, or maybe even drop it back 2. But you'll have a better run at hearing those faint signals if you do that. So I suppose the last question is, should you upgrade? Would you upgrade? If you were coming in fresh and wanted to buy an Equinox, or an Equinox, because the 800s are still available, if you bought an Equinox 800 and a 6-inch coil, there is only $270 worth of difference at the moment. So for that extra $270, you get a whole brand new unit with better technology inside. As far as the gold setting goes, is it different to the 800? Potentially it should be a little bit better. I found gold with both. But there's the other parts of this, and it is not that it's because of the gold settings, but the way that they've made the new Equinox 900, it's just a real joy to carry. When you're going through the bush, and here, oh look, here's my old one here. This is all folded up as far down as it will go. So that's the old 800 there, and there is the new one. So you can see how much difference there is. And actually walking through the bush, and I walk through some thick stuff as you know, it's almost like you start giggling because it just feels so nice to carry. So nearly on that alone would be a cause to get one, or even to upgrade too. Other folks will talk about the ergonomics of the handle being just shifted a couple of degrees and this great little knob there. When you are swinging it, you don't need to choke the living life out of it. In fact, most of the time now I'm finding with this, I'm just having my hand open while I swing. It's just very comfortable. And those pieces of ergonomics, gee, it makes life pleasurable when you're out going for a swing. I think Minelab's done a brilliant job on this. I really like it. If I hadn't already purchased a Manticore and there was only this on the market, look, I reckon I'd be pretty hard pressed not to upgrade to it. So yes, I would upgrade from an 800. If I was coming in fresh, I would definitely be buying one of these because the package is good, the way they've put it all together and the way that it handles in the field is just an absolute pleasure. I hope I've explained it well enough for you all. If anyone does buy one and that, gee, I wish you luck with it. It's great. It is just a really good little all-round machine that, yes, you can go out into your favourite relic areas, but it also gives you the ability to go chasing gold if you're in that situation. As I would say, if I went out into the Goldfields and I was on an old dwelling site and you happen to look to the side and you go, by gee, that looks like a surfacing area, just to change over into the gold settings, play for half an hour or an hour, maybe pick yourself up a couple of specs, come back and finish off the dwelling site. I think it's a really top little machine. Anyway, enough prattle from me. As I always say, it's always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. I'll catch you next time.